let me turn the audio on. Hi, fourth period Art Foundations. Today is Thursday. Today is the last day of the marking period, last day of the 6 weeks. Obviously, you have until at least, I'm sure, I guess it would be the same with your other teachers. You have till 11:59 tonight to make sure you get all your work turned in. If you haven't already, sorry, as usual, having computer problems or overhead projector problems. Oh, there we go. Okay, fourth period. Okay, yes. So I want to apologize because yesterday when I made it like a catch-up day for you guys, I forgot that I did not change the date for your 2-point perspective to be due. So some of you probably already have done it, and that's my fault. I forgot that I wasn't going to introduce it yesterday, and I was going to introduce it today, which I am going to introduce it today. So some of you might have already completed this, but I did change the due date for tonight. So what you have to do today, as we do every day, you're going to go into your sketchbook assignment area in your module. Remember, your actual sketches are in a PowerPoint found right here where it says Daily Sketchbook Assignment Instructions. This is where your PowerPoint is. I'm just reviewing this every day because we have new people that join our class. We have new people that finally get their hotspots working. So I want everybody to know that this is where your slides are every day. And every day you have 2 slides. You have the artist, a slide that has the artist picture and his work or their work, her work, their work. And then you have another slide that has some written information. You are going to write down the written information. You're also going to just very quickly sketch, the image. So earlier this week, we started with Toulouse-Lautrec. So you would draw this this poster for Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge is an actual place in Paris. You might have heard the Moulin Rouge song by Missy Elliott and Christina Aguilera. And they actually made a movie of it. I think maybe Nicole Kidman's in the movie. I might be making that up, but there is a movie also called Moulin Rouge. Toulouse-Lautrec was a fabulous French painter. He is known for making these posters. So you guys have done Toulouse-Lautrec. You have written down this vocabulary about proportion. You did, yesterday you did Georgia O'Keeffe. I did go over Georgia O'Keeffe with y'all, right? Did I go over Georgia O'Keeffe with y'all? But I did stand up here. Didn't I tell y'all like she's my favorite? Okay, yeah. Yes, Georgia O'Keeffe. Well, you can get it. You can put it in there because these are due. Your sketches are due tomorrow, Friday. That'll be your first grade on this new 6 weeks. Something you need to remember is in this class in art, we only have, we do not have a final exam in here. So your grades come from this marking period that's ending tonight, then the next 6 weeks, and then the final 6 weeks that you will end as you're getting out for the holidays. This year we started school earlier, so when you come back in January for the spring semester, you will start with a new semester. So you need to remember that your grades for this class are averaged together. So I take each marking period, each 6 weeks, add them up and divide them. So that will be your final grade. So know that you do not have a final exam in my class. Now that is just for the arts. It might be different in some of your other classes. I know some of y'all have EOC classes. Uh-huh.
So that was week 5 or week 4?
This is week 5. Toulouse-Lautrec. Some people, like my AB people, got mixed up. Like I know my student that's in the Zoom right now, she did that last week. It's fine. I'll always count. Like she might only have 3 that she's submitting this week because she did that. She already added that in hers from. It's fine. So. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. So you have Toulouse-Lautrec that you're going to add tomorrow. You're gonna have this little art vocab about proportion. You're gonna draw this picture, The Blue Flowers by Georgia O'Keeffe, do her information. And then today, you're doing Picasso. That name might be familiar to you as a famous artist. He's a Spanish artist. He's known for this style called Cubism. Know that all of those are hyperlinked. They'll take you to Wikipedia. And you can tell just by this painting right here by Picasso, it's called A Girl with a Mandolin. You can tell probably just by looking at it what Cubism means. Cubism means basically angling everything. So the girl with the mandolin here, if it was not in a Cubist style, it would be very realistic. It'd be very organic, and because we are very organic, we don't have angles anywhere. Where we have everything's soft and curvy. So he kind of developed this style, and a lot of artists painted with this angular. All of this, you can still tell that it's a figure, but everything, it has come back and has angles on it. So that's a little bit of information about Cubism. So you're going to write that down, not this Wikipedia page, but you're just going to write this information here about Picasso. I don't know why I'm eating my mask. And then, if you want to go ahead and write this today, also emphasis. And then tomorrow we will end the week with another very famous painting called The Scream, and I'll get to that tomorrow. What we're going to do today, which some of you at home, my virtual people, you might have already completed it because I did not change the due date. So I apologize, but what I have been getting in has been perfect. I am going to draw on the board a 2-point perspective for you today. And that's what you're going to do today. You're going to take these notes, and I promise we will not have any more note taking for a while. We're going to do, I know you feel like you've done a lot of notes lately, but you're going to write this information down that's written here. It also shows you while you're writing it, you're absorbing actually how to draw 2-point perspective. And then you're going to apply your knowledge in your sketchbook, and that's what you're going to take a picture of and upload tonight. You're going to take a picture of your notes that you've written, and then you're going to take a picture of your attempt at a city block using 2-point perspective. I'm going to draw that on the board now for everybody, awkwardly, like I did the last time for 1 point. And then you will have time to do your sketchbook assignment and this. And if you did this yesterday, then, you're a little bit ahead of the game. And my apologies again for not changing that due date. So I'm going to turn the lights on, and I'm going to draw on the board 2-point perspective. I actually, did you have a question? Are you okay? You could, however, I just like, and I didn't really, thank you, that's a really good question. I didn't really go too much into that when we started the sketch assignment. Some people didn't even know to write that down. It is, something I'd like for you to write down. You could keep it all in one section, or you could just add it, with the, rest of your daily notes. And the vocabulary is, right now we're having some vocabulary that deals with the principles of design, but earlier, as you remember, it would say when we were working with line and shape, it kind of just gave a basic definition. But if you hadn't had that included with your stuff, I haven't been taken off for that because I didn't fully go into, hey, you got to, do that. So you're fine if you just want to start now, or, you don't have to go back and do. Right, that's perfect. And then every now and then, if you just want to, take a picture of that and upload it, you can do that. That's a great question. So I'm going to draw on the board. I'm pulling my mask down because I'm very far away from everybody, and I have this issue, like I want to eat it, I guess, today. As you can tell, I was drawing earlier in my other foundation class on the board, and just as a little FYI, when I'm drawing on the board, it's hard, and that's why it looks like it's being erased, because when I'm doing all the ruler moving and stuff, it kind of erases as I go. I make it look a lot harder than it is. I think you in your sketchbooks will be probably a lot better at it than me. I'm just going to move. And I'm also trying to draw high because I want my face-to-face people to also see what I'm doing. And then one day I might get it easier so we can all see, and I'm not drawing on the board. But for today, I'm drawing on the board. So we're doing 2-point perspective today. Tomorrow we will not be taking notes. Tomorrow we'll be doing a little project that's dealing with perspective, but I promise you it will not be, let's take a whole bunch of notes, because I don't like a whole bunch of notes either. So to start for 2 points, you're going to draw a horizon line, which means horizontal. You're going to draw a horizon line. You're going to try to make sure it's nice and straight. Obviously, you'll do better than I am because I'm way up here. And then you're going to need 2 points. You're going to need 2 vanishing points, as opposed to when you were doing 1 point perspective, you had 1 vanishing point. You're going to put those on the outside of your line. And then, unlike 1 point, when you started with a shape, 2 point, you're just going to start with a vertical line. So you are going to draw a vertical line, nice and straight. Please use a straight edge of some sort. You don't necessarily need to have a ruler, a side of a notebook, your phone. You're doing these smaller in your sketchbook. So, please try to have a ruler for this project. Now, we've drawn a vertical line. Now what we're going to do is take the top and the bottom of the vertical line, and we're going to connect both sides to the vanishing point. So I'm going to take these to here, and I'm going to take these to there. It's very, very simple. You want to make sure you're lining up on the vanishing point and right at the point of your vertical line. And you're going to draw to the vanishing point. These are your guidelines. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Trying not to erase as I go. I want to make sure they're nice and straight. Okay, now I have this space going, I have these areas going back into space, so I have to stop it. In 2 points perspective, you're just, obviously using vertical lines. So I can put a vertical line anywhere. I can put it way back here if I wanted to. I can put a vertical line, but I need to put a vertical line on both sides. So I am going to draw a vertical line. Make sure you don't draw it like this. Sometimes I get a lot of this diagonal line. Do not do a diagonal line. You need a straight vertical line. I don't know why that happens, but it seems to happen every year. People do a weird diagonal line. So there's a vertical line here, and then wherever here I want to have a vertical line, I draw a vertical line here. Now, I take the top of this vertical line and I connect it to this vanishing point. And I take the top of this one and connect it to there. It sounds complicated. It's not. Just lay that on that corner, line it up to the vanishing point, and take it back. And then we're going to do the same here. And take it back. Now, all I got to do is erase my guidelines, which were my lines that, I drew to help me get connected to the vanishing point. And there that is. Now, to make it more like a city, like a city block, I could come in, let's say I want to have a window over here. Anything that you draw on these sides, the top and the bottom of whatever you're going to draw, the top and the bottom of the window or the top and the bottom of the doors, they're always going to go to the vanishing point. So if I want a window right here, all I'm going to do is draw some vertical lines where I want my window. And then I need to take the bottom of the window to the vanishing point. I need to take the top to the vanishing point. Very easy. Okay, and then I drew that line too big. Okay, so there's a window. So the top and the bottom go to this side. So anything you do on this side Top and bottom, go over there. Anything you do on this side, top and bottom, go over here. Let's do a door. I already have the bottom there, so all I need to do is add a top line. You can get really, once you get really good at this, you'll know that you don't need to draw your line all the way there because you only need the line right here at the door. So that'll start saving you some steps. And I'm gonna erase a little bit of that because I drew that vertical line a little bit bigger. Hold on, I got more to do, hold on. This side. He's here. Okay. Now, so there's one little building. We see the top of the building there. Anybody know why we see the top of the building? Because it's below the horizon line. Okay, so the only reason we see the top of it here is because the horizon line's up here. So let's say I want to add another building. This time I'm gonna add this building below and above the horizon line. So here I go again, same process. Draw a vertical line, take these 2 points to here, these 2 points to over there. It's very awkward with this very big ruler. Even with the ruler, I'm getting it crooked. Okay. Same for here. I'm not going to draw through that building because this building's going to be behind it. Finish my guidelines. Now, I have to stop this from going back into space. Same concept. Do a vertical line wherever you want to put a vertical line. Then erase your horizon line that's running through that building because now the building is in front of the horizon line. And then erase your guidelines. Very simple, very, very simple. And then let's say you want to do a longer set of windows. What you're going to do is line up. Remember, whatever you do here, you line up over there. Line up the top and bottom part of your windows to the vanishing point. Now notice how I'm pivoting my ruler down as I go, because my vanishing point up here, we're above it, down here, we're below it. Now I'm going to do my vertical lines wherever I want my vertical lines. Let's say I want a whole bunch of like windows you would see in the city somewhere, like a whole bunch. And that's it. Very, very easy. Same thing over here. If I wanted a whole bunch of windows over here, draw your vertical lines. Gosh, Laura. Draw your vertical lines. Don't be crooked like me. Take your top and bottoms to the vanishing point. Same concept. Then if you wanted to come in and add a sidewalk, you would line up to that vanishing point. And then you can just, as long as you're lining things up to the vanishing point, you can just continue to build and design and go from there. You can even make it have like a little bit of a curve. So I come here with a straight line, and then I take that point, same concept. I take that point and I take it all the way back to the vanishing point. Do the same thing over here. I think 2 point is, sometimes I like 2 point more than I like 1 point. I don't know why. Maybe because you get to see different sides. I can come back in and put the sidewalk lines in like this. And then you can really see as it goes back into space, it gets smaller and smaller. And then I could come here and put the curved step. I think y'all get my point. Yes, everybody? Yes. Okay. So everybody, that's an example at home. I'm going to pull, everybody at home, I'm going to pull that up so you can see it a little bit better. It's very easy. I'm going to load the Zoom, the recorded Zoom in a minute, and then I'll turn the Zoom back on so we're not recording if you have any questions for me. If you already did this, I know there's a couple of people in the chat room that did it yesterday because I forgot to change the due date. You know, if you've already done that, perfect. If you learned something that I just showed you and you want to go back into that, that's fine too. Make sure you're doing your sketch assignment, and I will see you tomorrow. Make sure all your grades are in, all that good stuff. So everybody has really good grades this 6 weeks. And email me if you have any questions. I'm free from 3 to 4 every day. If you want to schedule a Zoom, just me and you, we can do that. You can call me, you can FaceTime me, whatever you need to do. Somewhere in the announcements I've given, I put my personal number there. You can call me here at school. I care about getting your grades, getting, you know, you all at a good place. So keep the communication open. If there's no questions, I don't see any in the chat room. I'm going to stop the live recording. And any questions in here? Okay. I'm going to stop live recording, and I will see y'all tomorrow.